Am I the a-hole for gambling my son's surplus college savings? I like to bet on sports games. I'm not a degenerate. It's a hobby of mine. With that being said, one of my kids who is a sophomore in college was awarded this $1,000 scholarship this semester. Nothing life-changing, he's not that smart. Anyway, since that money was going to be $1,000 not coming out of our savings for him, I figured why not throw some money down on the NFL this week. My wife knows I gamble. She literally fell in love with me sitting at the blackjack table, watching me play. I'm good, and I know I'm good, and what do you know, I nearly doubled the $1,000 just like that. I show her the money, and since things have been tight she asks me where I got it, and I say it was our son's college money that he doesn't need anymore since he got that scholarship, and handed her 10 crisp hundreds. And of course she freaks. Slaps the fresh bills right out of my hand. She's insisting I was wrong to use the money and not tell her, but I don't see what the problem is, seeing that I profited. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for tricking my friend into drinking beer? So, title sounds wrong, but hear me out. He's the type of dude who never has fun in his life, doesn't smoke/drink. The problem is I want him to at least experience real fun. 2 weeks ago, I brought some beer with my money, and went to his house. I drank a bit, then said, "Hey, have a try." He declined, saying he doesn't drink, his religion doesn't allow him to, and even if he could, he wouldn't. He proceeds to ask me why I enjoy drinking something that destroys the brain, and I was deeply offended. Beer isn't bad. He's a Muslim. So, I made up a plan. He won't hate it if he doesn't know it's beer. So, last week, we were hanging out, and went to a mall. We bought some stuff, and I bought apple juice. Skip to last 4 days, he came over, note, no lockdown where we live, and I put some beer. He asked what it is and I said, oh, just some apple juice. Also, I poured some for me and said, let's see who can chug it all first. He was skeptical, but went for it, and drank all of it. He just made a weird face and said it tastes weird. That night, he called and asked if I was vomiting or dizzy or feel weird. I said no. The side effects was making him vomit, feel dizzy and weird. Well, because of that I felt guilty and told him, and he flipped out at me, shouting at how it tasted disgusting, made him vomit, feel dizzy. He couldn't sleep because he kept feeling like he's spinning whenever he closes his eyes. I said BS. And he's making stuff up to get mad at me. I don't think I'm the a-hole because I wanted him to have some fun. I think he's the a-hole for not understanding that. Am I the a-hole? Update, damn, guess everyone lacks humor, fun, intelligence. Don't care about your opinions, he's the a-hole, not me. Am I the a-hole or dropping my daughter from my wife and I's medical insurance? My daughter is 23 and just got a call from her gynecologist. She apparently had previously had an abnormal pap smear that she never informed us about. However, then she got a biopsy which came back abnormal and she probably needs LEEPs. I am very disappointed because I know she got HPV from a boyfriend I disapproved of because he was obviously someone who didn't look like he'd be loyal. And now she's stuck with the consequences, and my wife and I feel like if we pay for her treatment it would be condoning it. We feel that she has no right to be sobbing and hyperventilating while also going on the "it's not my fault" mantra, and we don't want to enable her further. Now we are making steps towards ensuring that we will never have to pay for anything she needs medically, and for that matter materially anymore. Her credit cards have been cut off, but the dropping from insurance process hasn't progressed that far. What makes us even angrier is the fact that she had just lost her entry-level job due to her company closing down, and she chooses to continue to see unreliable boyfriends. We raised her better. I built a great family business from nothing, and I shudder at what people would think if they knew my daughter got an STD from sleeping around at such a young age. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for insulting a girl's weight after she went off on me for touching her purse on a crowded train? Train is packed, it's hot, I'm tired and looking for a place to sit. Everything was occupied, but at one point I see an old lady get up and start making her way to the doors. I went over to sit in new place, but found a purse in it instead, belonging to the girl in the window seat. I asked her if she could move the purse, but she didn't respond. I noticed she had headphones in, so I figured I'll just pick up the purse and hand it to her as I'm sitting down. As soon as I touched that thing, she went off on me with the most disgusted look and tone, asking me what the F I was doing. I explained. She then had the nerve to lie that she was keeping the seat for her friend. I told her I knew for a fact she was alone because I just saw the old lady get up, to which she did not respond. So I started making my way down, forcing her to pick up her purse if she didn't want it crushed under my A. This released an even bigger tirade and series of "What the F is your problem s?" I saw another old lady looking for a seat and approaching ours, so I figured I'd had enough petty BS, turned around to the girl, who was slightly overweight. I locked eyes with her and told her, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you actually needed 2 seats to be able to fit. My bad, I'll get up now." I got up and offered my seat to the old lady, who took it with a smile, seemingly ignoring the huge SHT storm that was spewing out of the girl's mouth as I was walking away. I noticed some people gave me dirty looks, but others were chuckling, so I kinda wondered if I stepped too much out of line there. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for jumping out of a bathroom window to avoid my mom's attempt at forcing a reunion between me and my ex-fiancé? Some backstory: I had been dating my ex-fiancée Sarah for 4 years. We had been planning to get married in November 2020, but I found out at the start of this month that she cheated on me. She begged me to give her another chance, but I broke it off. The problem was that being cheated on is, in my mind, completely emasculating and humiliating. So I never told anyone that was the reason we broke up. For obvious reasons, Sarah also didn't tell people we broke up because she cheated. So people have blamed me for the breakup, including my mum. They just see that I dumped her out of the blue. I've gone very strict no contact with Sarah after I discovered she was cheating on me. Sarah has been talking with my mom and has convinced her that if we could talk one more time, we would be able to reconcile. My mom has been applying hardcore pressure on me to talk with Sarah, but I've explained that there's no chance we will ever get back together. So tonight I go over to my mom's place because she's hosting family for Christmas Eve. I'm there for a bit talking with my aunts and uncles and cousins when the doorbell rings and I can see it's Sarah. I asked WTF is going on and my mom says she invited Sarah so we can work this out in the spirit of the holidays. I'm pissed now because the only way to explain my side of the story is to tell everyone I was cheated on. Complete humiliation in front of my whole family. So as my mom goes to the front door, I go into the bathroom. My mom starts knocking on the door saying that I need to come out and talk to my ex like an adult. I say F it, kick out the window screen and get in my car and go home. My mom called a short while ago saying she's cutting ties with me over my behavior. She's really fixated on me jumping out of the window, and that Sarah will always be like a child to her. My sister called me after to ream me out for ruining Christmas. I broke down and told her that Sarah cheated on me, which is why I dumped her and didn't want to see her under any circumstances. She called me a big a-hole who was lying to cover for myself. Am I really in the wrong? Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for honking at another driver who cut in front of me at a drive-thru each time she tries to order? This line at a Starbucks I went to was really long. I was in line for a good maybe 20 minutes. Until this lady in a Mercedes tries to cut in front of me and like 8 others behind me. I laid on the horn and tried to block her from cutting me, but she succeeded anyway and flipped me off. Okay. I'm the type of person who will not let someone get away with SHT like this. So I waited until she pulls up, and as soon as she tries to order, I honk. She then looks at me with a dirty look and gives me the finger, which I already had a middle finger of my own ready for her. Each time she makes an attempt to order something I honk and sometimes lay on the horn for 3 seconds. We stopped as soon as she drove off. We then ordered and went about our day. I just can't with people who are extremely rude like that lady. I couldn't simply let this go. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for turning a whole class against a student? I'm taking organic chemistry, which is even worse than Gen Chem. The exams and tests are unnecessarily hard, and the class itself is complicated. We all seem to be struggling, besides this one person. Our professor is unfortunately still taking her lectures very seriously, and assigned us a test worth 25% of our grade on Monday. Most of us cheated, besides that one student, despite her claiming everyone has a different version of the test. We ended up doing much better compared to before. Well, since the rat didn't cheat, he didn't do as well as those who cheated did, and therefore the curve was messed up. So he screenshotted the group chat texts, etc. everything and emailed our professor. She cancelled our scores, and will be taking further action. It was clear that he's the one who ratted like a biatch, so somehow I brought it up on the group chat, and most if not all of us turned on him. Some people sent him angry texts etc. calling him out. He says it's all my fault, and this harassment has caused him so much distress. Am I the a-hole?
Thanks for watching.